Hello, lovely listeners. I'm Hari, and as always, I'm joined by the insightful Leela.
Hey there, everyone. It's great to be back for another deep dive into some fascinating topics.
Today, we have a jam packed episode lined up for you. We'll be exploring a diverse range of articles that touch on crucial issues shaping our society.
That's right, Hari. Get ready as we delve into Sabha, Bengaluru's new cultural hub for arts enthusiasts, Delimitation's population-based process, issues and considerations, revamping social security for Indian gig workers, combating judicial corruption, mechanisms, reforms, and transparency, and Mahatma Phule, pioneering social reformer.
It's like a buffet of knowledge, with each article offering its own unique flavor and perspective. So buckle up for an enriching and enlightening journey through these important topics.
This episode is going to be a bit longer than usual, allowing us to really sink our teeth into each subject. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's explore these articles together.
Stay tuned as we navigate through the depths of these pressing issues, aiming to inform, provoke thought, and maybe even share a few laughs along the way. Let's get started, shall we? Article 1. Leela, have you heard about Sabha, the new cultural hub in Bengaluru that's making waves in the arts and community scene?
Oh, absolutely, Hari. Sabha sounds like a fantastic initiative, providing a space for arts, crafts, and cultural events in the city. It's heartwarming to see efforts being made to preserve heritage and support artisans.
Definitely. The fact that Sabha is funded by the Amini Trust and focuses on showcasing visual and performing arts is truly commendable. And let's not forget about their plans to offer arts and crafts classes to underprivileged children.
It's so important to nurture creativity and provide opportunities for children who may not otherwise have access to such resources. And the restoration of the space by architect Bijoy Ramachandran shows a dedication to preserving Bengaluru's rich cultural heritage.
Absolutely, Leela. Now, shifting gears a bit, how do you think Sabha's concept of renting space to cover running costs while supporting the community aligns with modern-day initiatives in the arts and culture sector?
That's a great point, Hari. In today's world, where funding for the arts can be limited, innovative approaches like this can ensure sustainability while continuing to enrich the community. It's a model that other cultural centers could potentially adopt to remain financially viable.
And the fact that Sabha is hosting a diverse range of events during its open house weekend, from music performances to heritage walks, showcases their commitment to providing a platform for education and entertainment. It's a great way to engage the public and promote the arts.
Definitely, Hari. It's wonderful to see such a wide array of activities being offered for free, allowing people from all walks of life to participate and appreciate the arts. This inclusive approach can have a significant impact on fostering a sense of community and cultural appreciation.
On a different note, Leela, do you think there are any challenges or controversies that Sabha might face in its mission to be a cultural hub for arts enthusiasts in Bengaluru?
It's possible, Hari. One challenge could be ensuring financial sustainability in the long run, especially if they aim to offer many programs for free. Finding a balance between accessibility and financial stability might require strategic planning and perhaps seeking additional sources of funding.
That's a valid point, Leela. Another aspect to consider could be the competition from other cultural spaces in the city. Sabha will need to differentiate itself and continuously innovate to attract and retain audiences. Adapting to changing trends and preferences in the arts scene will also be crucial for their success.
Looking ahead, Hari, what do you think the future holds for Sabha and similar cultural hubs? Do you see any potential innovations or changes on the horizon that could shape the arts and culture landscape in Bengaluru?
It's exciting to think about, Leela. I believe that Sabha's focus on education, heritage, and community engagement sets a positive example for other cultural institutions. As technology evolves, we might see advancements in how these hubs interact with audiences, perhaps through virtual tours or interactive exhibits. The blending of traditional arts with modern trends could further enrich the cultural experience for visitors.
Absolutely, Hari. The fusion of tradition and innovation can create a dynamic and immersive cultural environment for the public. By embracing change and staying true to their mission of promoting the arts, Sabha and similar initiatives have the potential to shape a vibrant and inclusive cultural landscape for Bengaluru residents and visitors alike.
Article 2. Delimitation in India is such a fascinating and complex topic, isn't it? With the recent discussions led by Ashok Lavasa, it's clear that there are so many layers to consider when it comes to seat allocation and effective representation in our democracy.
Absolutely, Hari. It's remarkable how the process of delimitation, as governed by Articles 82 and 170 of the Indian Constitution, has evolved over the years. Did you know that since 1951, there has been a significant increase in Lok Sabha seats? It really makes you think about how population growth impacts political representation.
That's a great point, Leela. And Lavasa's proposition to moderate the emphasis on population as the primary criterion is quite thought-provoking. The idea of using a deflator to adjust for the unintended benefits of population growth could potentially address some of the concerns raised about the current system.
It's interesting to see how the emphasis is shifting towards redefining effective representation and focusing on strengthening local governance bodies. This move beyond just numerical representation in elected houses could lead to a more nuanced and inclusive form of governance. And the call for a parliamentary discussion to manage the structural political imbalances is crucial in ensuring fair representation for all.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of this topic. Leela, how do you think these proposed changes could impact the political landscape in India today?
Well, Hari, considering the rapid population growth in certain states, the current system might inadvertently favor them in terms of seat allocation. By moderating the population criterion and focusing on other factors like geographical contiguity, we could potentially achieve a more balanced and equitable representation across regions. This shift could also encourage the development of local leadership and governance structures, empowering communities at the grassroots level.
Absolutely, Leela. And in a diverse country like India, it's crucial to ensure that all voices are heard and represented effectively in the decision-making process. By reevaluating the criteria for delimitation, we could pave the way for a more inclusive and representative democracy.
When we consider the challenges and controversies surrounding delimitation, Hari, one can't ignore the various viewpoints on how to address them. Some might argue that a complete shift away from population-based criteria could lead to its own set of issues. Finding the right balance between population, geography, and other factors will be key in navigating this complex terrain.
That's a valid point, Leela. It's essential to carefully weigh all perspectives and consider the implications of any proposed changes. Perhaps a combination of factors and a nuanced approach could offer a more sustainable solution to the challenges posed by delimitation.
Looking towards the future, Hari, the ongoing debates and proposed modifications to the delimitation process could shape the trajectory of Indian politics in the years to come. It'll be interesting to see how these discussions unfold and the potential impact they might have on our democracy as a whole.
Indeed, Leela. As we move forward, it's crucial to keep a close eye on how these proposed changes are implemented and the effects they have on the political landscape. The evolution of delimitation in India will undoubtedly be a significant aspect of our democratic journey. Article 3. So, Leela, the article we just read sheds light on India's efforts to revamp Social Security for gig workers. It seems like a step in the right direction, but there are still some significant challenges to overcome.
Absolutely, Hari. It's fascinating to see how countries are adapting their social security systems to accommodate the gig economy. Did you know that India has over 15 million gig workers, and these changes could potentially impact their lives in a big way?
That's a staggering number, Leela. With the rise of the gig economy globally, it's crucial for governments to ensure that these workers have adequate social protections in place. The article mentions that the current system in India is criticized for being reactive and inefficient. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a valid point, Hari. While it's commendable that India is taking steps to enhance social security measures, there seem to be implementation challenges that need to be addressed. The article also highlights the need for a shift towards universal social protection systems to provide inclusive coverage. It's essential for all workers to have access to a safety net, regardless of their employment status.
Definitely, Leela. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing work landscape, having a robust social security system is more important than ever. We've seen how the COVID-19 pandemic exposed vulnerabilities in existing systems worldwide, emphasizing the need for comprehensive support for all workers, especially those in the informal sector.
Absolutely, Hari. The gig economy presents unique challenges when it comes to traditional social security structures. It's crucial to adapt and evolve these systems to meet the needs of a diverse workforce. I wonder what kind of innovative solutions or changes we might see in the future to address these challenges effectively.
That's a great point, Leela. Perhaps we'll see more collaboration between governments, tech companies, and gig workers themselves to come up with creative solutions. As the gig economy continues to grow, it's essential for social security systems to evolve alongside it to ensure the well-being and financial security of all workers.
Definitely, Hari. It will be interesting to see how countries around the world navigate these changes and how they prioritize the protection of all workers, especially those in non-traditional employment arrangements. Adapting to the needs of the modern workforce is key to building a more resilient and inclusive society.
Absolutely, Leela. It's clear that the conversation around Social Security for gig workers is just beginning, and there's a lot of potential for positive change in the future. As we move forward, it's crucial for governments and policymakers to prioritize the well-being of all workers and ensure that no one is left behind in this rapidly evolving landscape. Article 4. So, Leela, the article we just discussed highlighted the issue of judicial corruption and the mechanisms in place to combat it. It's a pretty heavy topic, but an important one nonetheless.
Absolutely, Hari. It's concerning to hear about unaccounted cash being found at a former Delhi High Court judge's residence. It really underscores the need for transparency and accountability within the judicial system.
Definitely. Sanjay Hegde and Alok Prasanna Kumar's discussion on impeachment, legislative reforms, and transparency in addressing judicial misconduct was quite enlightening. It seems like there's a lot of room for improvement in how we handle corruption within the judiciary.
It's interesting how they debated the need for increased transparency and peer review mechanisms. It makes you wonder how many cases of corruption go unnoticed without these checks and balances in place.
That's a great point, Leela. The article also touched on the importance of defining clear judicial standards and finding a balance between transparency and safeguarding the rights of the accused. It's a delicate tightrope to walk.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of this topic. Hari, we can see how crucial these discussions are in today's world. With the constant scrutiny of public officials and institutions, the need for transparency and accountability in the judiciary has never been more important.
Absolutely, Leela. Take, for example, recent cases of judicial misconduct that have come to light. Each instance further emphasizes the necessity for robust mechanisms to combat corruption within the legal system.
And let's not forget the challenges and controversies surrounding this topic. The debate over how to effectively address judicial corruption while ensuring due process and fairness is a complex one. It's not just about rooting out corruption, but also about upholding the principles of justice.
It's a fine line to walk, for sure. Some may argue that increasing transparency could compromise the integrity of ongoing investigations or tarnish the reputation of innocent individuals. Finding a solution that addresses these concerns while combating corruption remains a significant challenge.
Looking ahead, Hari, it's clear that the future of combating judicial corruption will involve a combination of legislative reforms, institutional changes, and a cultural shift towards greater accountability. It's a long road ahead, but with the right measures in place, we can hope for a more transparent and just legal system.
Definitely, Leela. As society evolves and demands for accountability grow louder, it's essential for the judiciary to adapt and improve its mechanisms for combating corruption. The future outlook seems promising if we can navigate the challenges and controversies effectively. Article 5. So, Leela, diving into the life of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule is truly enlightening. He was a trailblazer in the fight against caste oppression in India.
Absolutely, Hari. It's remarkable how Phule, born in 1827, was so ahead of his time. I mean, founding the first school for girls in India in 1848 was groundbreaking.
And let's not forget that he didn't stop there. He went on to establish 18 more schools in just 3 years. His dedication to education and empowerment is truly inspiring.
Phule's advocacy for compulsory education and economic empowerment for the oppressed is incredibly relevant even today. Just think about the ongoing struggles for equal access to education and economic opportunities.
Definitely, Leela. His critique of the Orthodox Hindu society and rejection of caste hierarchy are still conversations we're having in modern times. The call for social change and inclusivity is as urgent now as it was during Phule's era.
It's fascinating how Phule founded the Satyashodak Samaj in 1873 as an alternative to upper caste-dominated reform movements. This shows his commitment to creating spaces for marginalized voices to be heard.
Absolutely, Leela. His progressive views on religion, promoting religious tolerance, and rejecting sectarianism are principles that we should all strive to uphold in today's diverse world.
Hari, when we think about the challenges and controversies surrounding Phule's work, one can't ignore the resistance he faced from Orthodox communities and those who benefited from the existing caste system.
That's true, Leela. Phula's ideas were revolutionary, and with revolution often comes pushback. It's crucial for us to acknowledge these debates and work towards finding common ground for progress.
Moving forward, Hari, what do you think the future holds in terms of carrying forward Phule's legacy of social reform and advocacy for a liberated society?
Well, Leela, I believe that as long as there are injustices and inequalities in society, Phule's ideals will remain relevant. The key will be for future generations to continue championing his causes and adapting them to address contemporary challenges.
Absolutely, Hari. Phule's legacy serves as a guiding light for those fighting for social justice and equality today. By staying true to his vision of a more inclusive society, we can pave the way for a brighter future for all.
Conclusion. Wow, what a rich discussion we've had today, Leela. From exploring Bengaluru's vibrant cultural hub to delving into the complexities of delimitation and social security for gig workers, we covered quite a range of topics.
Absolutely, Hari. And let's not forget the insightful conversations we had about combating judicial corruption and honoring the legacy of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, a true pioneer in social reform.
It's evident that these issues are not just headlines, but deeply intertwined with our society's fabric. As we wrap up today's episode, we encourage all our listeners to take a moment to reflect on the key takeaways from each article.
Whether it's supporting local cultural initiatives, advocating for fair delimitation processes, or championing social security for gig workers, there are numerous ways we can all contribute to positive change in our communities.
And remember, the fight against corruption and the pursuit of justice are ongoing battles that require our collective effort and vigilance. Let's stay informed, engaged, and proactive in shaping a better tomorrow for all.
Thank you to our listeners for tuning in today. We hope you found these discussions as enlightening as we did. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll continue to dive deep into pressing issues that impact us all. Until next time, take care and keep the conversations going.
That's right, Leela. And as always, remember to stay curious, stay compassionate, and stay connected. See you next time.